Okay. Hey there, sports fans. Ribbo here for CaravelGaming. For some reason, Boomers joined in as well.
I just wanted to be popular.
You want to be popular. Speaking of popular,
I just wanted to watch the stream.
That's right, George. You wanted to watch a stream, but you're
Yes.
more popular than both of us concerning our stream. So we used to work together when we were living over in Gibraltar a few years ago, right? And we never really talked about gaming much then.
Not a lot, no. We talked a lot about poker.
I think I remember you talking one day. Do you remember you were outside smoking a cigarette and you started to
That
gush?
happened a lot.
Yeah, you started to gush over Fallout New Vegas that had just come out.
Yeah, I really loved
Do you remember that
game.
conversation?
I think I was terribly annoyed because I took a day off to play the game and I couldn't authenticate and couldn't play for the whole freaking day.
Welcome to pretty much modern computer
Welcome
gaming.
to Gibraltar's internet. Didn't Gibraltar though have to get its internet from Morocco because the Spanish wouldn't let them anywhere near them?
I don't know. I just know we had a terrible internet connection in Gibraltar. I think the best you could get was 8 megabytes.
I think we used carrier pigeon for our internet, didn't we?
At best.
To send messages.
I wouldn't say it were pigeons. It didn't feel like they could fly when delivering the packages.
But you have quite the popular little sort of gaming channel, although I'm not sure how useful it'll be to our viewers because it's in German.
Yeah, usually we stream in German. Though I play most of the games I play in English, but or in the original version, which most of
Is that just because you don't like the German voice acting?
No, it's because I usually read a lot in forums and try to understand the game and watch guides and stuff like that. And if you want to do that, you have to know the names of, I don't know, in World of Warcraft, of spells and classes, and here's the cards. And if you only learn the stuff in German, you don't understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, we got that in Magic the Gathering, didn't we, Boomer? Because it was like sort of like forgive my German. We had like Dunkler Sog, which was like the equivalent was Drain Life, and Kugel Blitz,
yes,
and Paradiesvogel, and stuff like that. So there's quite a few sort of German cards that occasionally pop over.
Yeah, but everyone wanted the German Armageddon in Magic the Gathering.
I don't know what that is.
It was like Gottdammerung or something.
Oh, Götterdämmerung.
Yes.
Yes. What's the literal translation for that? Then would it be Armageddon?
No. Götterdämmerung is like Dawn of the Gods, something like that.
Yes, I do remember Götterdämmerung, though. Yes, now you mention it. Oh, that brings back happy memories.
Now this can become really difficult for me if you ask me to translate it. I don't know the exact translation.
Swamp was Sumpf.
Right. Sumpf.
Sumpf, yeah. So, it's amazing how many foreign languages you pick up just playing games. Anyway, we were going to play some Hearthstone.
Yes.
Weren't we? Because we were basically originally me and Boomer were going to stream, and George was like, "Hey, when you're streaming, I want to watch." And I was like, "Well, you can take part since you can
actually stream, George.
Yeah, you have several hundred viewers, don't you, when you stream stuff?
Yeah, usually between I would say 300 and 500, and
which is healthy jump.
More. Yeah, that's cool.
It's good because you wouldn't get that many people outside of Germany, I imagine.
I don't know. Probably not.
You might get a few Eastern Russians.
A lot of the younger German viewers really like to watch the stream with a German language because they're not that familiar with the English language. They don't play the game in English, and it's hard for them to understand what people are talking about. So I can understand that, and this is why we usually stream in German.
I suppose having the stream actually in English opens it up to a wider audience anyway, because then you're open to people from America who don't speak anything other than American.
But then again, I'm German, and everybody hates Germans, and nobody wants to see them stream.
Have you ever thought about streaming in English, but maybe playing a character? So like playing the angry German guy.
I actually did. I have done some, and this is basically the reason why I'm somewhat known to some of the German gaming community by doing some fun videos or audio files about World of Warcraft. And I actually thought maybe I will just make fun of this and try something in English, but as the German.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe. I still like at the moment I'm playing English just because I tried out some, I don't know, deck tracking software and thought it would be useful to play the English client. Otherwise I would be playing with a German client. And then we could really enjoy the beautiful German names, like, I don't know, Anführerin der Kriegshymnenschlucht or something like that.
And that really probably just means attack, right?
Something like that. I think it's, I don't know.
You have to play in widescreen mode when you're playing Hearthstone, do you, just to fit all the names of cards onto the screen?
No, but the names get pretty small. The font size gets pretty small for some of the names.
Hey, you know, it's funny because, like, when we're talking, it's obvious that, you know, you are German. But you remember Mr. Abel at Poker Strategy when he was there? David Abel. He was my roommate, and he was also German, but you could not, I certainly couldn't tell he was German. When he spoke English, he had just the perfect English accent.
So you're basically saying I don't have the perfect English, and you hear that I'm German. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing. You have like fantastic English. You can tell. But
I know. When I stood in the company and didn't know some of the new guys, and they were talking English, sometimes I just assumed that they are from England because it sounded like
it was crazy, wasn't it, Gibraltar? You just couldn't tell half the time where people were from, and the other half of the time you knew instantly. Like the Dutchies, you were just like, bing, you are all Dutch. They couldn't hide the fact that they were Dutch at all.
Trying desperately not to make a stereotype joke.
Worst for that one.
So, what do we pick?
But we're going to have this. I mean, obviously, I love Paladin. Like, that's always been my favourite. And a lot of people like Mage, but I find Mage a bit boring.
Mage is good, but I hate Mage.
Yeah, so I think we go with Pally, because...
Pally. That's fine.
So how do you normally play, Pally? What's your style? Do you go fast X or...
Actually, I don't
you
think...
Go, hello?
I don't think I have a style.
Jesus
we
Christ,
have some
no,
nice
I've
picks.
Not had a start like that. That's ridiculous.
That's an okay start, right?
That's an okay start, yeah. It's the second best legendary in the game for limited.
So we take Tyrion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we take Tyrion. Yes, we take Tyrion. The thing is,
that's
you know,
not so
you
good,
won't be sad with Ysera. Like, Ysera would also be acceptable, as long as you didn't take Nat. Well, there are three bad choices. I'm interested as to what you would pick first, and then I'll correct you afterwards.
I think I would pick the Stormwind Knight.
No. The thing about Paladin is that you have a lot of 4-drops, yeah?
Sorry, give me just a second. I will just close my... fine.
You have people messaging you because like, hey,
yeah, like nobody was
streaming. And
don't worry, nobody in the stream should see that.
When you play Paladin, you have a lot of really good cards that are 4 mana. Isn't that right, Boomer?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to name them all? Should we count on 2 hands?
True Silver Champions,
yes,
Blessing of Kings.
Yes.
Consecration.
Right.
Yeti is a higher pick than Knight.
You would have Yeti as well.
Hammer of Wrath is probably a higher pick than Knight as well.
Yeah, it's 5. There's plenty.
Dark Iron Dwarf is also another 4 that you'd have over that.
Definitely have Dark Iron Dwarf.
There are probably Sentient Shield Master as well. You'd have over that as well. So that's 7. So there's probably a few others I'm missing as well.
No, there's a lot. So you don't want to fill. You basically your deck should be stuffed with 4 mana drops by the end of the draft. So you know, and so if you've got 2 4 mana drops, the Stormwind Knight's always going to be the one that stays in your hand. You're never going to play it. It's always going to be the last card you ever play. Whereas the Bluegill Warrior, fundamentally, you know, a much weaker card, never sticks around, but you treat it as like a direct damage spell, 2 mana for 2.
So we take the Bluegill Warrior?
Yeah. I would definitely take the Bluegill Warrior there.
Oh, that's okay. I'm fine with that.
More bad cards.
Bad cards.
Don't like either of those.
Not happy at all with any of these.
Because the thing is, especially with Noble Sacrifice, it's like it's the only paladin secret that you really should ever play. So that pretty much leaves it as being whenever you make a secret, the guy should go, "That's a Noble Sacrifice."
Because
and
it
play
always
that.
is a noble sacrifice.
I think you still have to play the Noble Sacrifice, though. I think that's still the pick here. I can't think of why you take the other two.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know, so do the other cards.
Yes!
Yay! And
Finally, a Goldshire Footman.
Do you know, originally Goldshire Footman in the early alpha of Hearthstone cost like 4 or 5 mana and had totally different stats.
So we take the true silver champion, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to...
Yafol!
Not that anybody would...
Oh, there's
try
another
to
one. There's another 4-drop you take over.
All right.
And we are going to take it. Spellbreaker. It's a nice 4-drop, that one.
You always like picking up silences, don't you? I think that you probably rate silence higher than most do.
There's tons to silence now.
I love
We've got the new cards coming in for Naxxramas as well, and there's loads of death rattle going on there. So you've got even more stuff than ever to silence. This is quite an interesting choice. Like Blessing Wisdom's
Guardian?
okay.
Wisdom?
Yeah, the Guardian's certainly a good pick here. If you have like 3 true silver champions at this point, I might go with the deckhand, but yeah, the Guardian of Kings seems fine.
Just have to watch our like mega drops at this point.
Ooh, now this is an interesting one. So we'll let George have a think about this.
Mad Bomber is okay, but it can backfire.
And
I like Frostwolf
You do make a
Warlord.
few 1/1s. Don't
I
you
do like
yourself,
Frostwolf Warlord, but I do not like Light's Justice.
Yeah, Frostwolf Warlord's definitely he's such a huge card for Paladin because of all the 1/1s you churn out. This guy can be like 7/7 for 5 mana quite easily.
This would be an easy pick for me. Harvest Golem.
Yep,
Yep.
no arguments there. It fits into the curve nicely as well. One of the best 3-drops.
And actually, it's pretty difficult for me to pick anything but True Silver Champion if I have
And
the chance to get one.
but there's another 4-drop you would take over the Knight as well with the Silver Moon Guardian. You know, that's also
true.
better than the Knight we discussed. But yeah, True Silver Champion.
Is anything
Take the
worse?
first 4 True Silver Champions you're offered, definitely.
No,
Might even take the
oh! I love the Sword of Justice.
fifth. Yeah, oh, yeah. And the other 2 cards are just 3/3s for 3, so meh. It's turning out quite well, this.
I love the Spellbreaker, but we got quite some weapons, so maybe...
Yeah, we got a few
later.
4-drops already. We need some 2-drops. It's very important to get your 2 mana drops here, and that's a good 2-drop.
Especially with the Sword of Justice. Is he a 4/4 with Sword of Justice when it
Should
comes
be.
down?
Should be. Should be buffed, and by the battle cry get +1.
Yeah.
Looks like another big guy, doesn't it?
The golem, right?
Yep. We do have some fat.
Now the Grizzly is fine. Yeah, you know, like 3 for a 3/3 with Torn.
I like
that's
to... actually, I don't like the Blessing of Wisdom, but Holy Light is crap. And
Yeah, Holy Light's complete garbage. The Blessing of Wisdom's actually okay because
you
of
can
course you can
sometimes
play
really
it
stop
on
your opponent.
Yeah, you can put it on your opponent's minions, and if they want to carry on attacking you, you get cards. Yeah, but the Grizzly is like fine.
It's like safe. It's you can always use it. It's not great, but it's okay.
Mhm.
Oh, my favorite card, the Shield Bearer. Best card. Maybe the Wisp is a little better, but
I think you probably
I would pick the
have
Ghoul.
Yeah, you probably have to go with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It's a little bit better, obviously, because you're in a Pally deck where
Right.
you can lobber through a few 1/1s at something.
Same
but
goes for Raid Leader, which is a little bit better in a Pally deck.
I think if
let's
Raid
see.
Leader was a 2/3, I'd
Yeah.
pick that a lot more. But a 2/2 is just a bit on the weak side.
Yeah. So the Ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Again, more the points you were making, Ribbo, about how Paladin has like the really strange sort of you're going to your death about it, and obviously it's summoning an undead flesh-eating ghoul now so that it can send people to its death again.
And he feeds 1/1s to it, doesn't he?
A little bit of card draw or the Shattered Sun Cleric?
Well, I'm interested what you think.
Well, if you said we should try to avoid 4 drops, and we have a very good 3 drop.
Yeah, that
as
is
an
a very good
alternative.
3 drop. I would go with the Shattered Sun Cleric here, but that's another 4 drop that I would take over the
Stormwind Knight.
Stormwind Knight as well. So there you go. That puts us up to like 9 4 drops. But definitely Shattered Sun Cleric there. Ooh, very nice.
I like equality,
Yep. No arguments here.
so we take it.
Yeah, Abomination will just backfire a fair amount. kills your own guys as much as your opponents.
Happened to me a lot.
So we just need a few more 2 drops, and then we can work on the
And
other
maybe
stuff.
some better shots. Now things like Archer or I don't know, Stormpike Commando get value because of the equality. I don't know. I don't like I don't think I ever picked this card. I don't really think I ever
Correct.
picked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. If there's like a Wisp as well as that.
We have a lot of 3 drops already, so maybe Blessing of Wisdom.
I'm not sure 3 drops are too bad in this kind of deck. Especially stuff with taunts maybe goes up a little bit of value because of the Sword of Justice. But you definitely need some 2 drops. That's for sure. But a Blessing of Wisdom can work as well because obviously you want to draw your Tyrion.
Let's
So if it gets you a little bit closer to your
let's
Tyrion.
take 1 Blessing of Wisdom. I really like the Venture.
He's fine, yes.
I don't know why I'm a part of that sentence, Vortio, but thank you very much. Says Ribbo, Boomer, and Barlow playing Hearthstone together, a dream coming true. I don't know why I'm a part of that, but never mind.
Yeah, I actually think 1 Light's Justice is also acceptable in some decks. But more so if you have the 4/6 for 5 mana. Trying to remember his name.
Yeah.
I know which one you mean.
Yes, we all know his name.
The sword dude, yeah.
The sword dude.
Hateful,
that's it.
Spiteful Smith. Hateful.
Yeah, Spiteful Smith.
Spiteful Smith,
Yes. Yeah.
So we take the Venture.
Yeah, I think you can take a Venture here. I think that's fine.
I know that I don't pick the Wisp. Ogre is great, like the big brother
Ogre
of
is
the
great.
Yeti.
Shattered Sun Cleric's also great. I prefer faster decks than slower decks generally. So, I mean, I would cry a lot, but I would probably still take the Shattered Sun Cleric.
I love the
But
Shattered
there's-
Sun Cleric.
Especially because you've got equality as well. So when they make fatties, you can sort them out quite easily. So we need a couple more 2 drops. We need a little bit of luck in these last 10 cards. Ooh, nice.
Is the 2 drop, but
There's
I
another
don't
4 drop
think
you
we
would
can
take.
pass on the defender.
I think we're into double figures now.
There's a lot of 4 drops you end up with Paladin, you know? Yay! 2 drops! Now, do you want the 2 drop with an ability or the 2 drop with no abilities?
That's a very, very difficult question.
Do you want the
really
2 drop
like the
with the
Croco.
text or the
Or
2
with
drop
no
without the text?
I don't know. I really like the Croco. I mean, it's a beast.
Which
Maybe-
matters.
Yeah, you might actually take it if you were playing Hunter.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of synergy going on there. But
So we take
Armani
him.
Berserker's he's not wearing his tuxedo today. He's Giorgio Armani Berserker.
Weblord, do we have any? How much battle cry?
We have a few battle cries at 3, don't we?
Yeah.
We have
And
the
Defender of
Shattered Sun
Arca.
Clerics,
Yeah, we actually
and
have
the Spellbreaker.
We have a lot of battle cries, so
So that's
I think
pretty
we're
bad.
screwing ourselves over with
I
Weblord.
think another Spellbreaker here. I think 2 venture companies can be very risky.
We've only got 2 4-drops as well.
Yeah, Spellbreaker it is. Or Knife Juggler. Or
Yeah.
Twilight
Oh,
Drake.
he's amazing. Knife.
So there's another 4-drop.
Yeah.
You're-
There you go. Knife Juggler is just so sexy though for paladins.
Yeah,
Like,
and we
chucking
are
out
shot
those
to
1/1s all the time.
Consecration.
Yay! Finally! I was wondering if one of those was going to do. So we got the consecration equality thing going. Wow!
Yeah.
How'd you pick between those?
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
We don't have that many consecrations, which sort of leans me towards the Peacekeeper over the Azor Drake, but that is
That is rough. That is really hard.
But I like the
It's not
Drake.
rough in a bad way, though.
It's
like,
a Drake.
It's like being offered 2 bars of silver or a bar of gold, and you're going, "Oh no, I don't know which is more valuable."
It's the bar of gold.
I think you take it depends on the size of the bar, doesn't it? I'd take the Peacekeeper here, but I'd be thinking about the Azure Drake.
It's okay, we can take the Peacekeeper.
I'd have a one-night stand with the Azure Drake whilst relationship with the Peacekeeper.
I really like the Drake.
Well, you can't do that because the Peacekeeper will make you follow the rules. You can't break them.
So another consecration or Silverhand Knight.
Yeah, another consecration.
Another consecration.
It's a very nice deck you've got here.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, there we go. Another 4-drop. You know, you see how this works?
Yeah.
You know? This is a very fast, aggressive deck.
Oh boy.
Probably has to be a Swamp Ooze.
It does, I think. We've only got, what, 5 2-drops?
Yeah, like the 2-drop fits into the curve better, and I think Blessing of Kings are going to sit in your hand a bit.
I mean, as far as pumps go, we've got a Sword of Justice, 2 Shattered Sun Clerics, and a Defender of Argus. So I'm not sure how much Blessing of Kings is going to get used.
Yeah, I
can
think
produce one pretty big unit. So let's take
Swamp
the
Ooze is
Swamp
fine.
Ooze.
Do we want
This one's
that
crap.
Humility's sort of pseudo removal.
It's not good enough, though. I think you can get away with a War Golem here. We don't.
We've got our curve is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
Yeah, exactly. So turn 5 and 6 are going to be like playing a 4-drop and using hero abilities. And
I
stuff.
hate Divine Favor.
Kodo.
Well, yeah.
I love Kodo.
Yeah, I think Kodo's fine to round this one out. Divine Favor's a little bit better if you didn't have those 7-drops.
Yeah.
Should
But
we
your
start?
deck seems pretty cool.
Looks okay. Looks good to me. So let's go, right?
We've even got the ultimate BS combo for Paladin in the deck as well. So
The Peacekeeper Kodo.
No, well, there's that one, yeah. The Equality Consecrate.
That one too, but I like Peacekeeper Kodo.
Oh, you almost got the brand new player there.
It's always the worst opponent.
Always
for me.
the worthy opponent.
Victory or death! I will fight with honor.
Seems fine. I
looks
can't
acceptable to me.
think of a
Looks good.
reason to get rid of any of those. Yeah, yeah. Harvest Golem with Sword of Justice is funny as well because you get a 3/2 replacing the Harvest
3 or
Golem.
3, 4, yeah. Strike saying, how many wins do you think, guys?
Job's done.
I think we could get quite a lot here. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if you got to like 9 or 10. You know.
We have the first comment on your shirt, Ribbo.
Okay, the reason I was wearing this shirt was I either had a choice of wearing my Man United shirt or my England shirt, and I felt that Man United was slightly less embarrassing last season. So I decided to go with that one.
Yeah, I like the World Cup. But
Oh,
then again, I'm
egg-
German.
Egg-tastic. So here's an interesting thing. Do we go with the Sword of Justice? I think you do.
I
And then
would
you
say-
silence the egg the following turn.
With making a 5/4.
Who you want me kill?
And this is why we like the Spellbreaker, because he's just paid 2 mana and just
Let's
wasted.
just
the-
hope that he doesn't have the Abusive Sergeant or the Iron Dwarf. It looks like...
For the war
No,
No, Cochrane Elite, wow.
That is fine.
that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice, simple play for you here, right? Hit, yeah, that's it, yeah. Silence the 0/2 and hit the 4/1 with your weapon.
for justice.
It's like you do sometimes forget when you're playing Sword of Justice that it is actually a
Yeah,
weapon.
exactly. That's what I was thinking about, that I usually don't hit anything with that weapon. Oh, we're gonna lose him. No! I would say probably Knife Juggler and Harvest Golem.
Yeah.
Put this apple on your head.
Getting some value out of that sword.
As long as the opponent doesn't play the ooze. Now, if he plays the ooze, I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't think we really care too much if he plays an ooze.
Your noble sacrifice soldier has a chance of living if you summon it as well, because he gets buffed to like a 3/2. So if a 1/1
Does he get
attacks-
buffed before he gets hit?
Yeah.
That's nice.
He actually has a battle cry when he lives as well. Like when he attacks next turn, he goes, "Ha ha! I'm alive!" If you manage to keep him alive somehow.
I do apologise. Roland did make the first comment regarding your shirt. He did say, "What's that monstrosity you're wearing?" Obviously, a City or Liverpool fan.
Oh, he's just gonna beat you up. So it seems like the Blessing of Wisdom's going to do something here. I mean, you've got five cards. I think you just play the Peacekeeper on the 3/3, and then just play the Noble Sacrifice and the Blessing of Wisdom.
Yeah, don't mention the World Cup tonight.
What do you want to put the Blessing on? I think you put the Blessing on the Harvest Golem because he's more likely to take out the Knife Juggler first.
Yeah.
So
And what do you wish to beat up? I think you have to take the 1/3 out, don't you? You can take it out with the Knife Juggler if you want.
yeah, I think I want to.
Yeah, in case he has Dark Iron Dwarf or something like that to just make things awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't a good idea because now he can be.
But you know,
by the weapon.
he has to take out the Harvest Golem. So that's you don't actually care about the Knife Juggler dying if you're drawing cards.
And the thing is, you've got
You've got two War Golems on the next 2 turns.
and you've got Noble Sacrifice.
Yeah, you've got the
there that
Noble
will jump in the
Sacrifice
way.
protecting
right,
as well. So
It triggers when unit or
when
myself.
when anything's attacked on your side. So you could have attacked the 0/2 just to get it off the board in case you had a Dark Iron Dwarf. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
I was
also.
thinking about that. Oh well.
It's me and Mr. Bite.
You're not shooting his guys at all, are you? Oh, he fell for it. There you go. You finally shot one of his guys.
Yeah. What's the get down in German?
So I would use.
No, that would be incorrect to play that.
You think?
Okay, you want to shoot his 2/1 Dragonling, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you want to reduce the other targets he has first. So you want to take out his 2/4 with your 4/3.
Last one.
And you now have a 50-50 chance of shooting the 2/1 when you cast your War Golem now. So play the War Golem now and hope that he shoots the 2/1. Yay!
I'm so good at this game.
But you see, he might have shot the 2/4 that you were then going to attack anyway.
I thought you were thinking. I was just saying I want to play him, not that I want to play him first, because the option could have been. I don't know if you thought about that. Obviously, not play just the token and the warrior, but I wouldn't know why.
Welcome to Bad Cards. Oh dear.
Hello, boys. So just kill him, play the True Silver Champion, then play the Bluegill Warrior and make a 1/1 as well. Yeah, and hopefully one of them will shoot. No.
Isn't he dead? He's dead anyway.
Yeah, so just finish off the 6/5 now.
Yeah, just
With
kill
what?
the,
With
kill the-
like a Bluegill Warrior and a 4/1 or whatever he wants. And just beat him up. There you go, he's realised. He's like, yes, I can count to 14. I am dead.
I usually have to count 4, 5, or 6 times.
the amount of missed lethals. I mean, you can always see that whenever you're watching a Hearthstone stream or anything like that, especially if someone's got a lot of viewers. If he misses something, you just see a screen full of missed lethals when that happens.
but people usually type that way more than it would be appropriate because sometimes they don't know the cards. Like some cards are only usable on enemy units, but not on the hero. But they still think it would be lethal.
It's tough. So it's tough because True Silver Champion's going to help you out a lot. Like, a lot of people bin the champion, but I can't think of a card I'd rather have on turn 4. And you might even keep the cleric as well.
I was thinking about not keeping the
survives, you can always, if your 1/1 survives, you can buff it up and then.
Yeah, that's true. So we keep the cleric.
Depends.
I think I might keep the True Silver Champion as well. Because that'll get you back into a game if he gets a fast start anyway. And we have a lot of 2 and other 3 drops here, so...
More weapons.
Seems fine. And we are going first. If it was going second, I might think differently.
Thank you very much, Scarecrow. The first time I watched this stream, and I like it very much. Probably because of George, really.
That's not his surname. Is your name George really? I don't think it's George really. I know a George Riley.
I don't know George Riley. So we don't play the
nice
ooze.
top.
We don't play the use. You are correct there. So make a schmo. Make a dude. I just love how Arthur sends all these guys into their deaths constantly.
Yesterday I had a game with I picked Deathwing. Actually, my viewers wanted me to pick Deathwing, so I picked Deathwing, and a priest stole Deathwing from me. And since I only had 1 card on my hand at the point when he stole it, I knew he had Deathwing.
So you can't play yours then.
Obviously,
you play
he
yours
knew.
and he plays his. Yeah.
He knew that I had Deathwing, so none of us could play it. And then when finally I had lethal, he had to play Deathwing just to stall me for.
What are you doing here? There's 2 interesting choices here. Choice number 1 is to make the Sword of Justice beat up his 1/1 attack for 1. The other choice is to make the Shattered Sun Cleric and use your 2/2 to beat up his 1/1.
This is what I would do. I would use.
Or you could make the Flesh Eating Ghoul, use your 1/1 to beat up his 1/1 and have a 4/3.
But I like to have a 2/1 on the board.
So what's it going to be? What do you want to do?
I would want to play the cleric.
Okay.
Buff him.
You're going to save the ghoul play for next turn when it's even more ridiculous. Yeah, that's what you have.
We will see what we have left on the next turn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a fan of that play just because it gives you more board position and it makes your True Silver Champion better.
If it was round 4 for him, I may have sacrificed my 1/1 because probably, maybe he would go for a concentration.
You can't possibly lose now, right? Now, you don't want to make too many guys because of he can lob a consecration down to ruin your day. So it seems like making a True Silver Champion is the best play, doesn't it?
Yep.
For justice.
Is this where we're about to get your "this is why going second sucks" speech?
But going second sucks.
Going second. He really is bad going second in this game. Like the kind of decks I build, which is the one I've sort of built for you here, very fast, very tempo based, and just don't give your opponent a chance to respond. I mean, he's got 8 cards in hand. There's no way he's going to be getting rid of half of those cards before he's lost. Like, if he doesn't have a consecration here, it's just game over. There's no way back into it.
Oh boo.
That's fine, because we've got another one.
He's annoying.
He is.
So this is quite an easy play, actually.
Is it?
Yes. Do you want me to explain this one to you?
Yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Okay. Play a Sword of Justice, and take the shield off the 3/2 with it.
For justice.
And now the flesh-eating ghoul on trade? Oh no, we can't.
Yep.
We can only play the ooze.
Oh, you make a 1/1.
Reporting for duty.
And yeah, beat up his 3/2 with the 2/2, with the 2/1.
To battle.
Both are going to die, right? So doesn't matter.
And Yeah, you can do that if you fear the consecration as well.
Or the Blessing of Kings, or something. Tiger's good.
Ooh.
That's probably a bit better.
It's definitely worth considering, isn't it? That puts a lot of pressure on him.
I think it would be a good play.
Okay, then.
I think we didn't give him reason to play Consecration in case he has Consecration yet. So if we just put, I don't know, those low creatures up, he may well just use Consecration.
They will get buffed out of Consecration range because of the Sword of Justice. But yeah, Venture Company's fine here.
One of the nice things about playing Pally is that you can always still make your dudes, even under a Venture Co.
So you can still, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
That's
we knew
terrible.
That
That's terrible.
it was obviously going to happen.
Please, Spellbreaker.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
Please, Spellbreaker.
We do have three of them, don't we? We do have three
There are
Spellbreakers.
3 Spellbreakers.
So we could consecrate here,
Puts him down to a 3-1.
or we could make something like the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and then take out one of his guys.
I'm not a fan of that play because I think he just kills our ghoul when we do that. I think that one of the answers here probably is if we consecrate, we can then take out either his tiger and his 3/3 and a 3/3 and leave a 3/1 facing a 3/2.
Yeah, I think consecrate and take out the tiger's fine. And then attack one of his guys with your weapon.
Yeah.
Consecrate and take out the tiger.
Yep.
The battle.
And then you can poke the
Yeah, poke one of them.
Peace
Either of
Creature.
them, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does if you got a Brewmaster.
yeah.
Move quickly.
And we can make a 1/1 because we have a true silver champion as well. Like
I don't know if making the 1/1.
You have to make the 1/1 there. You can't hold back on that. You
thing
can't
is-
afford to not improve your board position there.
Attend me.
Yeah.
Ready, sir.
You're getting messages in German.
Yes.
Oh, that's awkward.
Getting
Although
messages
we're
in
okay.
German.
We're okay with that.
Yeah, well, that's what I. Now, you can spellbreak your own guy and he'll become a 7/2. But that doesn't really help you here. So you probably beat up his 4/4.
For justice.
And probably go with the Harvest Golem as well. Yeah. It's not ideal, but yeah, it's fine.
Job's done.
There's a nice older Peacekeeper from him.
It was, yeah.
That's probably the worst that can happen.
But it's a rare, so you can't really
Play around it too much.
assume it's going to happen.
Wags has said, I use Hearthstone Tracker, I win on the play about 25 percentage points more than on the draw. Sounds about right.
Okay.
So I think we ignore the 4/6 for this turn and just sort of take everything else out pretty much. So your Shattered Sun Cleric, you're like 2/3 here.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And beat up his 3/3. Oh, could have made the Flesh-Eating Ghoul first there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make the Flesh-Eating Ghoul now.
And go, oops.
And make a 1/1 as well.
Don't you think we are so low that we may just risk playing the Ooze?
Not yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, you can make use if you
no.
wanted to.
Already.
But, you know.
I am
Do
sorry.
we just kill the 2/2 for free here?
Has the Everything's attacked. Yeah, of course you kill the 2/2. Absolutely.
Justice.
You're going to be taking the 2 damage anyway, so. So he's probably got double Blessing of Kings in his hand.
Well, he only needs single.
Yeah,
Nice,
there you
but
go.
true silver, game over.
Oh well.
So it all came down to making the venture company there. Yeah, if it made the smaller guys, it would have been fine.
Yeah, he had the Peacekeeper for it, and that might really hurt. To be fair, he didn't have a single bad card, it looked like, in his deck.
Oh, you had very similar decks, and it just came down to who drew what there, really.
Yeah.
So let's continue.
Yep. We try to have great debate between everyone involved, Roland. Usually I accede to whatever Ribbo says for the most part.
That's because you get 2 wins when you play Arena.
0 last time I was streaming.
I
I averaged 3 on the night.
Oh, this is a nice...
Do we keep the Consecrate?
I think we can throw it back. Because you're going to coin out a Knife Juggler and then play a Bloodsail Rager turn 2. So you're just looking for a 3-drop. Yeah, that works. That's pretty cool. You can hold on to the Bloodsail Raider now and wait until you play the True Silver Champion.
One shot, one.
I hate this little fucker.
Okay, so just coin out the Ooze. Because he's going to use his hero ability to take it out.
Yeah.
Job's done.
Yeah, it's a terrible card. But it's probably only viable in a mage deck where you've got your hero ability as well to finish stuff off.
Yep.
But
Or in a nat
other classes too.
build.
Play the Knife Juggler, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is such a fantastic hand as well. This, you know, with the Peacekeeper and the True Silver Champion, and the turn after being the Ghoul and the Raider, it just plays itself completely. If he's just got a hand of Frostbolts, it's a little bit saddening, but
I'll be just like you.
yeah, it might follow up. Oh no, Frostbolt follow up here. So just make the. I'd make the flesh eat. You could make the flesh eating ghoul and run them into each other. That's also an option. Yeah, I like that option actually.
Cool. Or the Peacekeeper?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, the Peacekeeper doesn't help you because you're still kind of trading off afterwards once you attack
Yeah.
his Knife Juggler.
Hit the mage. No, obviously not.
Obviously not.
Yeah, trade him off.
Too good.
Disobedient juggler going on there. But still, a 4-3 for 3 is pretty good.
And if he makes a guy, then he gets even bigger because you play the True Silver Champion and beat up that guy.
No! That's just mean.
Yeah. Still going to play the True Silver Champion, I guess.
Yeah.
Beat him up!
For justice.
Yep. First point of damage, finally.
First 2 points of damage.
Oh, it's the first point of damage, closely followed by the next point of damage.
So no! He's just mean.
Guess it's
What about
Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper
I-
and
I-
Bloodsail
uh-huh.
Raider?
Oh, Peacekeeper that? Yeah, okay.
Don't you like that?
Well, you could just make the Bloodsail Raider, make a 1/1, and make the Noble Sacrifice.
Yeah, that works.
I don't see a reason
Yeah.
for the Peacekeeper on just something as weak as that.
Bloodsail Raider. No sacrifice.
Reporting for duty.
And you got to. Should you attack 3/5 this turn? Nah, leave it.
Yeah, I think you just keep the weapon up.
And now comes the Murloc charge. And ping.
Truth is my shield.
No, something that gets spell broken.
Something that's worth playing a Peacekeeper on.
Whoops.
Or a Spellbreaker. Whichever, really.
Spellbreaker.
Sure about that? Okay.
We kill both his guys doing that.
Yeah, but he's still losing with a 4-5, which is awkward to take out.
Well, I mean, you can True Silver the Kodo and use the Raider on the 4th-5.
Or you could use the Peacekeeper to turn it into a 1-5, hit it with your 1-1 dude, finish it off with the 6-3, and then use your weapon on the 3-3.
Yeah, that works.
That's better.
So.
Follow the rule.
And you want to make a 1-1 on the side rather than the Grizzly.
Battle.
Because this is Flame Strike turn.
Mm-hmm.
Die, landlubber.
Clicking is hard for George.
Reporting for duty.
So he has to Flame Strike or lose.
Go Flame Strike. Go Flame Strike.
It's usually the further to the left of his hand.
It's always funny when they spend a minute on this turn and then they Flame Strike. And you're there thinking, what possibly could you be thinking about other than playing a Flame Strike here?
A polymorph.
Oh, he's in a world of pain if he's polymorphing a 6-2. Oh,
That's good for our golem.
It's good for us because we want to be playing that bad boy out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think you just make a war golem here.
Yeah, and kill the Cobra. You just try
You think?
For the
You
Cobra.
think you want to kill that 2-3 that's going to take your 7-7 out?
No, I want to leave it on board.
I didn't
Rubbish.
think we needed to tell George that. I'm sure he could work that one out.
That's how I average 2 wins. I don't actually average 2 wins, but
Well, we could have silenced the Cobra and played the Grizzly and just attack his face.
Mm-hmm. You're dumping a lot onto the board. You might still bum that Flame Strike.
Attention,
you
class.
might be trying to get more value.
Another.
No,
Okay, that's
probably
fine.
not.
You can silence your own dude here to beat him up, which would be quite funny. If you really wanted to.
The question is, do we want to? Oh, equality.
I think you do. You like silence your own 7-4 and then put Shattered Sun Cleric
Your magic shall
on it
not
afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, beat up the 3-5. That's it now. Lob the Shattered Sun Cleric out there to make it into an 8-2.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Trade off 1-1s.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sound of the sheep. It's the same in German, by the way.
Oh, it's not a German sheep. Then,
No, it's not a German sheep.
I'm not sure what a German sheep would sound like.
This.
What's
Roughly
the is it onomatopoeic? You know, words that is that the word? Words that sound like
I think it
what
is.
they are.
I learned that in an episode of West Wing.
You know, like we say brr.
I know.
Because it's the sound we make when we're cold.
We do trade, don't we?
I think trading. I mean, you could be really greedy here and like equality, and then Shattered Sun Cleric the 8-2 afterwards, and then like trade the others off, and you'd just be left with that. You'd be left with a 9-2 at the end of it, with him
Well,
having one card in hand. But
He couldn't deal with an 8-2 last turn. So if you make it a 9-2 this turn, I'm pretty sure he still has to top deck something. And he's on 9 less life if you do that.
But even Arcane Missiles or Arcane Explosion would do the trick. I think I would rather.
But you can equality, play the Shattered Sun Cleric and back it up with an Iron Fur Grizzly as well afterwards.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll do this because it's fun.
Play
yeah?
equality.
Yeah, run your 2 guys into his 2 guys.
Push forward.
Play the Shattered Sun Cleric, hurry up.
Must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, we get all
Play the
time
Grizzly
in the
and
world.
attack. There you go. Yay! And hope he doesn't draw a Flame Strike, right?
Yeah.
No Flame Strike, no Flame Strike. And he's like, haha, I had this Flame Strike all along. You fell for my
No,
plan.
it's the champion of Stormwind.
Ping!
And he is on
2.
2.
Oh, nice. Make a
Now
1-1.
Yeah.
Make a 1-1.
Make a 1-1.
Make an 8-8.
Make an 8-8.
Beat him up.
And attack his face.
Yeah.
Push forward.
Another Shattered Sun Cleric there would have been hilarious on that War Golem.
It's like Flame Strike isn't good enough, bro.
Yeah, yes,
Well,
it is.
actually. Yeah, it is. It still will be. Oh, War Golem.
That's fine. Does nothing.
That's
Also
right.
does nothing. He's going to do the old attack then concede. You ready for it? There you go. They always do it. They always
You
do
called
it.
it. You called it.
So it's a moral victory for them, having done the last point of damage in the game before slitting their own throats. I never understood why do you know? It's like either go, oh, I've lost, I will concede to speed the game up.
Never surrender.
Or
I'm German.
let them kill you because
XP, dude. XP.
because it's a nice thing to do. Yeah, but they don't let you get the XP as well for your attack the following turn. They're like, I want my 2 XP and then concede.
I will fight with honor.
Blue Gill Warrior is actually really good in this matchup because he makes a lot of totems turn 2. Yep, let's do that. There we go. Keep the rest. You know, so like you're going first a lot, which is also cool.
And the knife juggler. That's cool.
Wow, so sick.
Uh-oh.
It's a dude. I once saw somebody coin into a totem. I thought that was funny.
I've seen that on numerous occasions.
I think your Bluegill Warrior's taking one for the team here, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my knife juggler.
Like, oh, snappers.
Oh, it's a cool unit form. Shame.
Hopefully he makes a totem this turn, and it's
Nope.
the 1/1 totem.
A Sun Fury Protector. I think I would play the Grizzly.
How good is Sword of Justice here? What can you do the following turn? You could make a knife juggler and a dude, so that would be like a 4/3 and a 2/2 the turn after. Or you could make the Grizzly. Ooh.
I don't know.
Why don't you go with the Sword of Justice?
Okay.
Yeah. And pass.
I think I would have chosen Grizzly.
Yeah. But, you know, I feel like the 2/3 isn't that threatening. So I can make the 1/1. Yay! We get to beat up his totem.
That doesn't change anything, right? Play knife juggler and token.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting for duty.
Similarities between...
And go for it. No.
That's fine. Are you going to attack the 1/1? I hope you are, or otherwise you're losing a knife juggler. There we go.
I should have done that. I don't like this. I don't know. You couldn't attack with that weapon.
Similarities between Ribbo's beard and knife juggler. You haven't seen Yeti yet.
Uh-oh.
Voltage.
Uh-oh. He's hurting us.
Sure is lucky we have this huge venture company, right?
Mm.
Beat up that 2/1.
Yep.
For justice.
And he has overload.
You got Hex, bro? Might want to use a Hex if you've got it.
Oh, that's pretty crap. We just ignore that and start beating him up. You could... There's loads of options here. I think we probably go with the Harvest Golem. You could Peacekeeper as well, but... Yeah, Harvest Golem is fine.
And straight to the face, or do we kill his unbound elemental?
I think you kill the Elemental. And the idea is that next turn we put the Defender of Argus in the middle and use the Harvest Golem to beat up the Manatide Totem.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
Mind if I roll need?
Some guys.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Do we want to play Consecration?
No, I don't think we do. I still like the Defender of Argus. I think that's still probably the best play here.
For Argus.
I mean, the downside is that the Silvermoon Guardian is...
We kill the totem, right? The Manatide totem.
I think you can go to a face for 9 as well.
How you doing?
I love how the screen shakes. How much damage do you need for the screen shake? 7? 8?
So I think it's about 7. Yeah. Might be 8.
A fireball doesn't make the screen shake.
No, it's 7.
Or is it just units? It's just units, right?
Well, it's whatever. I think it's basically whatever creature produces that, like, really, you know, the effect of like a huge creature coming into play, the ground cracking when it comes into play.
I think he has a lightning storm in his hand. That's why he's thinking about that.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Consecrate seems
Valuable.
Well, you could also Peacekeeper the 4/4, but yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go with a Consecrate.
So let's consecrate.
Guess beat up the 4/2 with your 2/3, right? Or do you want to Peacekeeper it first? Whoa! Do you want to Peacekeeper the 4/2? I think you do. Peacekeeper the 4/2.
Follow the rule.
And I think use the 2/3 on the... do you want to do it that way round? Let's have a think about this one. Do you want the Harvest Golem to go down to 1 toughness? Or would you prefer the other dude to die?
given Earth Shock, Frost Shock. I think I'd probably prefer the Harvest Golem to be on as higher health as possible.
Okay, beat up the 3/1 with your 2/3 then.
Quickly into the breach.
Let's see if he's got any bombs in there.
Fire Elemental is obviously what he's looking for.
That would be good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
I wonder.
But I don't think he would be thinking that long.
He would have, yeah, he would have played it by now. Oh,
No, he
apparently
won't.
not. Apparently it takes a minute to play a Fire Elemental.
And then a Stoneforge.
Oh, well, he's throwing himself nobly in the way, I guess.
Yeah.
So, make the Shattered Sun Cleric. Turn your Peacekeeper into a 4/4.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Beat him up.
Last warning.
And play the Grizzly and the Noble Sacrifice in a 1/1.
Reporting for duty. Job done.
And we have 11 in play currently, so not quite dead.
Well, we're assuming he doesn't have a Lightning Storm because he's had a few good spots to play one in and hasn't played it.
Let's see if he plays a totem first.
That's the giveaway usually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's screwed up and attacked with the Fire Elemental first. Schoolboy error there. Should have attacked with his weapon.
Drink with me, friend.
No. Apparently he had a reason.
He's still taking the damage then, so... pretty good. I guess you're just making your Guardian of Kings and beating him up again.
Justice.
To da face.
Reporting for duty. To battle. Last warning.
And then we've got like 2 true silver champions that are out.
Well, he might rely on the taunt this turn, it's possible. Oh, that was a nice play from him. No, you can't take out my 5/6 with your other guys. He doesn't want to lose his fire elemental.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's got to.
Maybe he's looking for a taunt.
For the crusade!
Nope.
He positions them weirdly, right?
He should attack one of your 1/1s here. That was correct play there. Weapon? Ooh, that's okay. That's still okay. Yeah, definitely play a flesh-eating ghoul here. No.
What do we silence?
Reporting for duty.
What do we silence?
Crusader?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee he's got any more overload, so.
Do we still trade for 1 damage because it's just 1 damage from the...
I think you beat up the 3/1 here.
I'm stupid. Of course, we silenced it.
Yeah, because now he's got to use 2 of his guys to kill your flesh-eating ghoul. Unless he has a removal spell, of course.
Well, he has 4 cards in hand, so you'd like to think he has something, right? Oh, there's the spell power totem.
Oh, not good.
If he's...
I have a bad feeling about this.
He can turn his 2/4 into a 3/4 by getting rid of the 2/1 first. You can run the 2/1 into the 1/1 and then the 2/4 into one of your other guys.
He's looking at what he topped.
But I hope he doesn't know that, because why doesn't he play the units to the other side of the wall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question.
Rock biter. Okay, yeah.
Oh, why did he do it that way around and buff up your ghoul?
Because he's got a hex.
He should have attacked first and then hexed afterwards so he could get damage on you.
Okay.
Weapon?
Yes!
Yay! How lucky! LOL. You should have waited 1 minute and 15 seconds and then played the true silver champion and then gone, I'm sorry, and attacked.
And you finished the game on 30 life just for wins.
I'm so
They
good at
were
this
in there
game.
though, we should have drawn one by now, you know, we deserved to draw one. I felt
Barlow
you
is
owed
king,
them.
apparently.
Why are you not level 60 with your paladin? What's going on? You should have been playing lots of paladin.
No, I don't like Paladin.
You don't like winning, is that what you're saying?
No, I like Shaman. I really like Shaman.
Never say that in the presence of Americans, as they will point out it's
Shaman?
pronounced shaman. Shaman. I call it shaman as well, but apparently it's completely incorrect. Just it should be shaman. I mean, it's how it's spelled, shaman.
I will fight with honor.
Pally cripple fight. Who can make the most 1/1 cripples?
I like to keep the ooze. And
I keep them
Armani
both.
is
Yeah.
fine against the Paladin. So.
Yeah.
Armani's awesome.
Yeah. I've seen a few Pallys coin out a 1/1. That's always funny. Oh, good draw. Nice, as they say. Nice. He's nice, but there's an O before the I. Nice. It's the Australian way of saying nice.
So
oh, you're
we play
just going
him
to
first,
destroy.
right?
Yeah. Obviously, you would never play.
I know,
Boots.
obviously, but I've seen so many plays that were obvious. No! You would think that you do that.
What's he going to coin out? Are you going to coin out a grizzly bear? Oh.
Well, he's not making a 1/1 anyway.
Is he using? Just someone can say, is he using the legendary card back?
No, that's the
new season.
That's the Black Temple level 20
Black Temple.
card back.
I only ever used the basic card back. Why would you tell people you've played the game before? Basic card back's all the way for me. I don't want to tell people I've been playing a while.
I certainly wouldn't use legendary card sleeves.
Seems to be a tough play for him.
Yeah. I am very glad, George, you're not one of these people who...
Didn't
he didn't even make a 1-1. He must have disconnected, so... Make the Shadow Sun Cleric and beat him up and pass a turn quickly. Yeah, he must have disconnected if he's not even making a 1-1. Oh, he can't make a 1-1.
He can't make a 1/1 because of Amani.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he can. He just gets beaten up even more afterwards.
Yeah.
No, he can't make a 3-3 either.
The crates here, this will be hysterical. Just make $1 billion Amani.
Peacekeeper him, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Guess he follows the rules.
Beat it up with both your guys, right?
Push forward.
Who you want me killed?
And it's out of consecration range as well, which is awesome. 6-3.
One
Gonna-
shot.
One kill.
You go, girl! That's what you didn't want to play turn 2 on the Amani.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that, so sick. I think you just make an army of big guys after big guys. Even though it'd be very tempting to make the flesh-eating ghoul here, you just make the warlord.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
More
We don't
power.
You go to the face with the 6-3 and beat up one of his other guys.
Yep.
I beat him up in case he has a Brewmaster.
Yep.
What's the German name for Brewmaster?
Braumeister.
Das Brewmeister.
Der Braumeister.
Not Bootmeister.
Not Brewmeister.
Das Bootmeister.
No!
He top decked that as well. That was the top card of his
Reporting for duty.
deck. Bag.
And he's not even enraged anymore.
Oh, who's this person? We've not seen him before.
Do we play a token and flesh-eating ghoul? Oh no, maybe. I don't
Sounds
know.
good, doesn't it? Sounds good.
But I don't want to trade. But I kind of have to.
Why don't you want to trade?
Yeah, maybe I have to.
I mean, if you make Venture Co. go to his face, he's...
But then you'll never play Tyrion.
Reporting for duty.
So
Yeah,
we trade.
You trade because you don't want to lose the like if you don't trade here and he has a consecrate, he wipes your board because he kills the 2-3 as well with the 1-1.
Yeah. And also, like, the rule versus pally keep is don't let pallies have guys. It's like...
Yeah, I always say when you're playing against a paladin, never let them start the turn with a minion in play. Well, now he's just boned. You just make one big guy.
We can make
create
one
war
big guy
golem.
too,
Yeah, well, you just make a war golem and beat him up,
but our guy is bigger.
To
and then
battle.
you make another big guy next turn, and another big guy the turn after that.
Warning.
Although the big guy happens to be Tyrion. Tyrion is just like, would you like the bad news or the really bad news? There is no good news in this.
You can't be happy with that play.
I've got
No, I wouldn't.
Oh!
He can be happy with that play.
Another pretty good peel on his behalf.
But you still get to clear his board
Yeah,
and then play
If it
Tyrion
stays
onto
that
an
way.
empty board.
if it stays that way, if he doesn't put out a taunt or something.
Oh. Well, he's going to make a 1-1 at the very least, right?
Well, hopefully.
let me think.
No, injured blade master.
Okay, well, you can take those two out. And...
Oh,
How lucky! Yeah, we'll do that instead, yeah? LOL! As they say in Germany. Because they don't... You remember Tobias, he would always say LOL! You're laughing because you know it's true, yeah?
So we're playing the Harvest Golem, right?
Yeah. And that's the other thing Germans love to say is the word so. He would say that so all the time. So! What are we going to do about this? So! Also, mit ein Bier.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I think just drop a bomb, really, and go to his face. That seems fine.
So Tyrion it is.
Das Uber Guy. German for dude. What's German for schmo? For dude. Guy.
Typ. Kerl.
it's so bad for him. He doesn't even have like a 1/1 on the table to get that shield off it.
Hi.
No!
Oh, so
That's some value.
Sneaky guy. The thing is, you get a weapon at the end of this
you
anyway.
You can't kill him.
It's like your only answer is sight. If he does have Blood Knight Spellbreaker, he's still dead. But at least he's made a fight of it.
Look his shield. I hope he puts. Okay, he's just he's like I've lost. But I'm gonna draw a card first.
The victory.
And then they concede.
I don't know what kind of card he was hoping
Tyrion's
for.
pretty good.
Yeah, it turns out Tyrion's okay, doesn't it? Really?
Level 23 Paladin. I'm never streaming with you again. What?